Hey guys, welcome back into Owlchemist Tarot. Serving tarot straight up. My name is Leah and I am so glad that you're here. So today's video is going to be a little different. I have a lot of people ask me, I'm really interested in tarot, or, how do I get started? Or, how did you get started? Like, is it a scary thing? Like, what do you do? And so I figured this would be a good opportunity to share my story, my background, that maybe it can help some of you along your journey and provide some context. And again, the biggest key that I want to share is that number one, there are tons of resources out there and tons of point of views. So I would find someone that you resonate with. In this case, I'm guessing it might be me, but take what resonates and then make it your own, because your intent and your belief in yourself is the biggest power behind anything that you do. So just keep that in mind. I just want to let you know I have a cough drop because my voice has been like really kind of waning. So maybe the universe is like, shut up. So let's get into it. So I, as a kid, and I do mean a young kid, like 4th and 5th grade, I was obsessed with reading my horoscope in the newspaper. I mean, like, talk about a kid who would run every day to get the newspaper, get the arts and trends section, look for the horoscope, and I was like, yes, I need to know what's going on with Aquarius. And if you guys don't know, I'm an Aquarius sun. And I was like, oh God, it's going to be a good day in the cosmos. Meanwhile, 4th and 5th grade, like, I never knew what a bad day was, right? Like, I had no idea what hardship was. And so I just liked having, like, a more perspective. Like, I'm very inquisitive, even as a young person, and I always wanted to know more and know why and ask all these questions. So naturally, I think astrology gave that. And I remember my first, like, resource or book that I ever got was like the birthday book, which I'm sure many of you know. It's this thick, and I just like, oh my God, I know everything about everyone. I was like, yes, the power. Like, I just had this higher understanding and I loved it. And so as I got a little older, I was really drawn to oracle cards and tarot cards, but I really didn't know like what they meant, meaning that just like now, I don't read directions. And every tarot deck usually comes with a little booklet to explain like what the cards indicate and mean. And I was like, yeah. And I would pull out all the cards, and I'm like, I would just be drawn to all the artwork and the illustration. And that's where I pick up my messages. I'm like, yes, and that means this, and this is obviously means this. I didn't really have the foundation though. So I was just kind of going on a whim and instinct. And so I started to kind of channel, but I didn't really know what that meant, right? And even as a young person into my young adult years, I always knew that I had a different skill set, meaning that I could pick up on energy instantly when I walked in a room, even though a word hasn't been spoken, or I knew exactly what somebody was going to say without them saying anything, or I knew the song on the radio that would come on before I even knew what it was. Like, I just knew the song was going to come on, and it came on. Or I'd walk into a room and no one was there, and I could feel something in the room with me. And I wasn't scared. I just knew I wasn't alone, right? And so anyway, I kind of, the more and more I learned about tarot, especially I was so drawn to it because of the illustrations and the artwork. And I just love artwork. So I think that was one of the things that drew me more so than any other divination tool. And I'm not going to tell you that I didn't ever deal with the spirit board in high school. I sure did. And I didn't use it correctly either. So long lessons, lessons that were learned, I'm sure the hard way. But I started to do more research and kind of came to the conclusion that tarot is it's a tool. And so when people ask me, Leah, does tarot, can it predict your life? Can it predict? I'm going to tell you no. And the reason is because to me, tarot gives insight. And you are having a human experience, and you have free will. And you can make choices and decisions that dictate the life that you would like. So you have free will, and tarot to me gives insight and guidance on what could happen, certainly, or things that you should be aware of. And at the end of the day, it always goes back to self. You know, in the tarot, we're the Fool, you know, and tarot is life, and we're on life's journey. So there's ebbs and flows, there's lessons that we need to learn, there's blessings that we receive, and it's cyclical. We go through different evolutions as individuals and people. And one thing that I started to realize more and more when I would get readings done, or I'd listen to readings on YouTube or any other social media platform, I was like, you know what? I really just don't resonate with a lot of these readers, or I'm confused, or I, you know, the messages don't make sense, or I don't understand what that means, or I kind of took in like myself outside of it, saying like, God, if someone didn't know anything about tarot and they were to listen to this, they would probably have no clue what the heck they were talking about, or they would have no understanding. And how would that be helpful? And it kind of put a light bulb in my head, like, I should do this. And I should do this online. I should put my voice out there on social media. And I have to tell you, I'd been doing tarot for years and years and years. And I've been, you know, with non-paying clients and paying clients and friends, and even on myself. And I felt like I was getting this huge urge and push from the universe, spirit, that's like, you need to be out there. You need to share your voice and your insight and the way you deliver the message. And then so of course, naturally, I'm like going on all the social media platforms, and TikTok was definitely one that was very appealing. And it's like, do a 60-second video. Do I dance or any of these things? And I started to follow some of the tarot readers, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I just pull cards and don't show my face, and I just put the messages on the screen and add really fancy music to it. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. And I kind of started a couple channels around tarot, and they never took off. They never went anywhere, because I really was trying to copy, and not copy, but mimic other people's way of delivering the message. And I hit a roadblock. I got off the app and I'm like, screw it. This isn't for me. I don't want to. And a part of me was scared to be on camera because I didn't want to be judged, just like everyone. You know, it's hard to put yourself out there, and it is. And the other thing too is that past experiences and people's opinions of me started to creep in and make me doubt my ability to deliver a message. You know, I've always been told I'm too much. I'm too direct. I'm too intimidating. I'm too this. And I'm not to say that I'm not any of those things. I'm sure I am to some people. But I was going to let certain people's opinions of me stop me from helping other people. And that wasn't going to happen. And one thing I had to remind myself is, your vibe is going to attract your tribe. So the way I deliver a message is going to appeal to someone. And I told myself, if one person likes a video, or if one person resonates with my message and follows, then I've done my job, right? And not everyone's gonna like the way I, channel and, explain things with the cards or do a live reading. It doesn't matter. Your vibe is gonna attract your tribe. So I decided to stop overthinking and just go for it. I got and when I tell you, like, for as far as tarot cards and things like that, if you're starting out, buy a deck that you resonate with, that you feel a connection with, okay? I remember picking a deck, I think it was an oracle deck, and I shuffled and I got myself centered. I pressed record and I delivered like I normally would to a client, to a friend, to a dear friend of mine, and giving it to them straight. Not trying to confuse anybody, not trying to overcomplicate the situation. Serve it straight up like a shot of whiskey. And I remember putting it out there, and then all of a sudden people resonated. And then things kind of took over. And so I will tell you, if you have been scared to launch something, whether it's a tarot site, or putting your message out there, or if you, any area of your life, any industry that you're interested in, whether that's working out or health and wellness or beauty or whatever the case is, and you're scared that your message is not going to resonate, or you're nervous that, you know, you're going to get lost, someone's waiting for your voice, someone's waiting for your talent and waiting for your skill. And what I would tell you is be yourself, don't overcomplicate it, and just shoot from the hip and see where it lands, right? And you can always adjust as you go. And that was my goal with tarot, is that there were so many people trying to overcomplicate the shit and overcomplicate everything, that I just said, you know what, I'm going to make it very direct, simple, and precise. And I'm going to give my personal experiences, because I can tell you that I have done things the hard way. Tarot has given a lot of insight in my life, and it's helped me learn more about, you know, aligning and manifestation and understanding more about the law of attraction. And it's just helped me on my journey, and I'm very grateful, because every time I use the deck, I find something out new. It surprises me still, and I get excited, because it's like the first time, right? So I want to tell you that, you know, if you're interested in divination tools, and especially tarot, I would tell you that's probably the universe's sign to say you need to. So find a deck that you resonate with, that you connect with, and start to learn and research and watch other people, and read the booklet. Don't be like me and just toss it out. Read the booklet and get a foundation, and look at the illustrations, and start to hone in your skill, and ground your energy. And like I said, everyone has to learn their own way, because it's your intention and it's your belief in yourself that makes it even more powerful. So I hope that helps some of you. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I wish you love, light, and tons of abundance, okay? See you guys. Bye.